I thought 50 months, frankly, was way more than he should have gotten. I do not think this is one of the better days for the defense, both in the performance and what was presented. I have a lot of issues with the whole thing. I think as you just stated, by the way, I don't think the government is disappointed for a second. I think as soon as they asked for 11 years, what that telegraphed to me is they were worried the judge was going to go too low. So, you know, in negotiation, and it works outside the courtroom, it works inside the courtroom, the mind goes to the middle point. And they figured by going to 11 years, if the judge was thinking time served, he would cut the baby in half. That's exactly, or almost exactly, where he landed, somewhere between 10 and 1. He landed at 50 months. This is not a 50-month case. I suppose, to quote the judge, if he wanted to send a message of deterrence. You know, my father used to say, my dear departed father and partner, if you want to send a message, use Western Union. That dates him and it dates me. But I just think and you know, my daughter's on the defense and she didn't do much today, but I don't think this was a really well thought out presentation.
So what do you make of the speculation that, yeah, but with time served, and, you know, that this is just his first act, he could get this down, and he may serve as little as 1 more year?
There's a possibility of that. I mean, if he makes smart moves, and if he does and gets, the big issue right now is where is he going to get designated? And what that means is the BOP, Bureau of Prisons, is going to do an analysis. They're going to take the PSR, which is the pre-sentence report. They're going to take the minute order and the sentencing sheet. They're going to crunch those things. They're going to then decide where are we going to put them. They will take into account, and one of the reasons I think that Tenney asked that they hold that until Monday, they take into account where the judge recommends. Yeah, Tenney is my daughter, exactly. And they take into account where he recommends. That does not bind them. But where he goes depends on a lot of factors and what programs are available. You can cut off a lot of time depending on the programs you're going to do.
So this isn't over yet, but I get your take on this.
It's not over. But let me give you.
You've been saying this for a while.
Let me give you 2 other thoughts. Yeah,
please.
Let me give you 2 thoughts. Number one, I think, and as soon as he said today, the sentencing guidelines were 70 to 87, I said, well, that's not good news. When I said he's going to go lower now, and the reason I knew he would go lower is those sentencing guideline calculations are fraught with constitutional danger. So by going lower, substantially lower than the low end of 70 months, going 20 months lower, he insulates himself from an appeal on that. But he still has the appeal on the Mann Act application. So this was intellectually diabolical by the judge.
Anything else we need to know, or are we good?
We're good. I wish the best for Sean. I hope he learns a lesson from this. I really do.
Well, I mean, he's already been in there a long time, and the whole world got to see a really interesting process of what this case began as and what it wound up as. Mark, thank you very much for guiding us through it, and we'll need you the rest of the way. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.